Привет guys! Today we're looking at Ancient, a refreshing addition to the active duty map pool. Let's get right into it. A little disclaimer before we begin. The map is still relatively new and I haven't really explored 64 tick variants, so for now it's just 128 tick. But if you find nades without jump throws, feel free to use them in matchmaking as well. Since we're all getting used to the callouts, pause the video for a second and just let this sink in. By starting off on the CT side, I'm going to show you some basic util and some nice plays that you can do with your teammates. For starters, here's a gimmicky one way that you can try out every now and then in pugs. If life is good and you're doing alright on the A side, always remember that you can support your mid players by throwing this flash. This one is quite risky, but with a good spawn, you can molly off deep aiming like this. To follow up, you have a teammate throw this smoke. Just get into this corner, aim right here, and do a medium click jump throw, that is your left and right click. To smoke off a main entrance, aim at this circle and go up until the line and jump throw. You can use this nade set to deny the T's lane early on. Just be sure to walk when you're actually releasing the molly. Your teammate can follow up with a lane flash if you really want to fight it. If you want to take things a bit slower, here's another way you can smoke door and molly lane. Just keep in mind that the molly is a medium jump throw, so that is left and right click. Here's how you can peek B ramp with this simple flash. Alright, moving on to mid. Just remember that like your A players are supporting you, you gotta support your A players as well on mid. You can just flash over this wall and it's gonna be quite effective. You can do this little nade set to deny early elbow control. Just throw the smoke as such and back up a bit and throw the molly. Off of elbow control, you can have a teammate go aggressive window and you can set him up for a lane flash. Alright, that was too easy. Now let's move on to the T side. When it comes to mid control, simply put, there are two approaches that you can go for. One is a pretty defaulty approach, and the other is the res mid. Let's start out with the fast mid. You want to do this when you feel like their elbow pressure is minimal, and this can be punished. But one important point to note is that if you do a successful fast mid, the players on the extremities should be ready for aggression and not give up their lives. It's kind of like doing a default on Mirage and having your palace guy die early on. It really sucks and limits your options as Ts. Here's how you can smoke off house early on. Just aim at the 10 o'clock of this door and jump throw. Here's how you smoke out tunnels first. Just get into this corner and you're gonna do a walking jump throw. You're gonna start at the top of the square and end at the bottom. Here's how you smoke off window first. Just get into this rock and aim at this square and jump throw. Easy. And for flashes, you can just flash over the walls that you just threw your smokes from. Now, let's get into the slower mid approach. What is your objective with the slower mid approach? Simply put, one is to bait CT utility, and the other is to bait CT reactions. For example, if you do have mid control, the guys on site are gonna feel really threatened, and especially if they're low on nades, they might be forced to make a play, like perhaps a flash peek into B ramp. And the difference is you're going to be expecting this play. That is why you'll be having the upper hand. For the slower mid approach, here's a simple lineup that you can use to smoke off tunnels. Here's a little nade set that you can do to smoke off house and molly cubby. Line up with this stick right here and aim at the dark spot on the wall and just jump throw. And then you can line up with the shadow here and just do a little walk throw. This is how you can smoke off cheetah early on. Go along this line until the end, and you're gonna walk for not even one step, just half a step and jump through. This one is kind of hard. It is a very important smoke though, because the CTs can get to this position way before the Ts can. Here's how you can smoke off long or stairs, whatever you want to call it. Just a simple jump throw from this position. You can use this simple nade set to smoke off short on B, and you can follow it up with a molly for the wood or cubby. Here's another nade set for B. Get into this door, crouch and aim at this position. Then you're gonna stand and release your smoke. To do the molly, you're gonna aim in between these two leaves and left click. Here's how you throw your simple entry flashes for B. Get on this box, aim at this position, and you're gonna walk and jump throw. These are a couple of nice scaling flashes for B. Throw these for your teammates to greatly increase their chances on the entry. Here's a simple lurk smoke that you can do on A. This smoke is going to give you two things. It's going to give you some space in front of A main to go and throw some more nades, and the other is going to put a lot of doubt in the CT's holding. With a simple flashbang, your op can get this line of sight. Because of this, I think that as the map grows, we're going to see this variation of the lurk smoke to give you a bit more space. And you can even potentially boost for the entries. Here's how you smoke off tunnels. Get into this thing right here, aim in between these two X's, and jump throw. Simple as that. Here's a smoke for front triple. Get into this wall, aim at the top of these leaves right here, and jump throw. There are other variations to this triple smoke, but I kinda like this one, because if it's coupled with a triple molly, you really give the CT no space to work with. Whereas with some other smokes, he's gonna have some space to work behind the molly. For this one, he's gonna be pushed all the way back into CT. Here's how you can smoke off mid-temple. Get to the bottom right of this rock right here. You're gonna aim at the top left of the building, just a bit out into the leaves, and jump throw. The smoke is kinda nice because it really denies these two window positions, but be aware because they can play in front of the smokes. You're gonna have to flash them off the angle before you send your entries in. Once you are out to aim in, be sure to molly triple with this simple lineup. I'm going to show you some entry and scaling flashes for the A side. You can just jump through this slit for the entry flashes, and for the scaling flashes you can just throw them a bit shallow. The shallow ones are kinda nice because once your teammates are out to aim in, it's not gonna blind them, but it's gonna blind the guys holding CT and holding triple. The flash of this wall is also really nice while their teammates are going out. It's really gonna blind all of these guys on site, and it's not even gonna touch your teammates as they're heading out. Alright guys, that's it for DE Ancient. I tried to keep this as simple as possible, so hopefully everyone's keeping up. Leave a like and subscribe if the video was helpful. Just ignore all of this and go kill, man.